think I have everything around. If you guys could see the pandemonium. Yeah, I think it counts. It counts as pandemonium. What up, what up, what up? This might not be the longest live in the world, but how are we doing? Can you hear me? Please type a 1 if you can hear me. Type a 1 if you can hear me. Hi, friends. Can you hear me? Drake, you just come in wanting. Okay, universe is trying to slow you down. Great. Where are you guys tuning in from? Because I love, first thing I like to do when I get ready is take off my jewels, darling. Yay, thank you so much for all the ones, because sometimes stuff goes haywire, and we got 1, 2. Where are you going? Stay ready. You don't gotta get ready. What up, Pakistan? Incredible. What up, New York? London. Amazing. In a split second, the world can come together. India, South Africa. Look at that. Israel, hello. Atlanta. Cali. Hamburg, Germany, Vegas. What is up? New Mexico desert. Amazing. Colombia. We're in Colombia. Kurdistan, incredible. India, Ohio. In a split second, the world comes together just like that. Ta-da. Magic. We live in magic. This is literally magic. Give my little fan around. Bogota, incredible. If I had my fan. I don't know where it is. We can just wait. Any advice on marriage? 3 months soon. Will you be married for 3 months, or are you getting married in 3 months? Just enjoy it. Be happy. So many women would kill, literally, to get married. So be happy and enjoy it. How amazing. Philippines, amazing. I have Pinay cousins. My Puerto Rican is their Filipino. Our dads are brothers, and my dad married a Puerto Rican lady, my mom, and their dad married a Filipino lady, their mom. Oh, thank you. What do you think about women who always have crushes that never go anywhere? I don't really think about that. Let me think. I have to decide what I think because I've never thought about it before. How many years have you been married? I've been married, we're going on 6 or 20. It's coming up. We were married in May of 2019. So that'll be 6 years, yeah. But I've known him, I think, close to 15 years. So we took a while to get married because we were both young and crazy. And we were both like, forever. I don't know about that. Until we did. I think on some level we did kind of know, but we were still scared of it because we were young. Yeah. We're both very independent. And so the thought of, committing forever and ever, we both wanted to take our time with that. 7 years soon. Oh my God, that's right. It's 2026. It's not 2025. Girl, I am not. Time, time. What age did you get married? I was 32 or 33. I'm 40 now. My birthday's in January. So you lovely ladies who are helping me with the math, you can do the math on that too. Yeah, I have 2 kids. Let's do another little layer. It's this. I'm putting this thing on. I really like it. It's my second tube. I like to do a second layer, and I like that it has SPF. I like to do a second layer in the kind of center planes of my face here. And I know I'm 40. I had one kid at 32. Yeah, and another 11 months ago. She's going to turn 1 in 13 days. That math I can do pretty well. So this has been the fastest year of my life, watching my second baby go from 0 to 1. Like, whew, amazing. Really amazing. What a gift. She's an awesome little baby. Both my kids are great. How was that? I feel like in person, you kind of see more of the coverage it gives me. Here, not so much, but that's okay. 32 and 39. Yeah, that's it, Steven. Thank you so much, Wicked Ann, for the love of my videos. Thank you. I wouldn't mind a tiny bit. It's the best. Drake. Drake, it's not happening. Trying to manifest is the opposite of manifesting. You understand that? You literally hear clamoring for an answer. That is repellent energy. Okay, I'm sorry. I wish it wasn't. I wish that wasn't the way the world works. But that's repellent energy. You are actively pushing away what you want. I don't want that for you. A little concealer right where I have a dark spot. What to do then? Get a life, read a book. What's your favorite type of philosophy, Drake Lover? What sect of philosophy do you resonate the most with? What's your favorite type of art? Are you into sculpture? You more into impressionism? You see? You need to learn these things about yourself by sinking your teeth into this incredible, magical miracle of life. What's your favorite type of flower? You understand? You spend time with yourself, learning these things about yourself and falling in love with yourself through this sensuous experience you have with yourself. I cannot begin to predict the type of additional magic that will enter your life when you do that, honey. But you won't listen. I don't think you're going to listen, unfortunately. I wish you would. Actually, I say that, I'm being cheeky. I say that to challenge you into actually listening to me. Paulina, when two people are long distance, who do you think should move? Woman to the man or man to the woman? If I were to give a blanket answer, I would say man to the woman, of course. But, you know, who knows? There could be contexts, yeah, that I am not aware of, you know. Good, Drake. Listen, trust me, do it. Buy yourself some flowers. Like, if you could get to a flower market or a flower store where you can individually select the stems of flowers, I encourage that because, one, you're more present. You're making these little micro choices. You're like so hands-on in cultivating the beauty in your life. And then you're out of this, you know, sad, which I say with love, automation of this man. How do I get him to like me? How do I manifest him? You know what I mean? So please, I love that you're listening. That's incredible. And I tell you, this is a ridiculous Prada lip balm that you do not need to buy. Okay? I use it because I have it, but... Jenna, do you have any advice for feeling less closed off around money? I'm stingy to the point where I stress over buying $12 dish towels. You acknowledge the problem here, right? So I think that that's really good. That's a really good start. I would just start affirming what you want to be true. So when you feel that moment of constriction, understand when you are constricted in the releasing of money, what are you also constricted in? The receiving of money. Yeah, because you're closed off. Can't come in, can't come out. It's stagnant. Money is meant to flow. Money is literally movement. It responds very well to flow energy. So anytime you're feeling that constricted feeling, I would affirm, I am one with money's flow. Money's flow doesn't bother me. Why would it bother me? Just keep affirming it, and then your behaviors will change and your identity will shift. That's the hope. This Charlotte Tilbury Plumcasm lip gloss would suit you the most. Oh, thank you for that suggestion. I will look into that. I pulled some, people ask me about scents. Are the real finance? Yeah. What do you do when you haven't been asked out in almost a year? So you have a top of funnel problem. Yeah. You got to be in the environment more often where it is more likely for you to be asked out. What up, Philippines? I had mentioned I have Filipino cousins. My favorite cousins are Filipino. What do I do for a living? I'm retired. I am so retired. I used to do marketing. I still, to some degree, do marketing. I love marketing. I love entrepreneurship. What up, Indonesia? Helix piercing hurt. If you mean this one, it's not actually a piercing. It's just a little loop. So I cheat. I cheat that one. These didn't hurt. It is so much trickier to do this in the camera. This is so chill. I love a chill live. Instead of being bombarded with questions about men, which of course my content invites, so I don't blame anyone for asking, but Hi, Germany. Thank you for the pink studs. The pink studs are all Amazon. I got like a multi-pack so I could just fill my ears with them. Earrings are the one piece of jewelry I lose real bad. So my husband did once buy me diamond stud earrings. I don't know where they are. So yeah, I don't invest in my earrings, at least not at this moment in life. This Rare Beauty eyebrow gel I'm using is really good. It's my second tube. Hi, India. Much love to you. Yeah, Jenna, go to the flower store, pick your stems, and say, I am one with the flow of money. I am one with the flow of money. Every dollar I spend in alignment, a lot of people forget that. Every dollar I spend in alignment, which flowers is definitely in alignment, yes, with your highest self, with the feminine who is in love with beauty, who cultivates beauty. Every dollar I spend in alignment is returned to me multiplied. I am one with the flow of money. I am comfortable with money's movement. Money is meant to move. It hates to be stagnant. Yeah, perfumes. I actually pulled some. I have some right next to me. So I actually really love this. Okay, you could grab this like anywhere. It's not expensive. It says hair perfume. I spray it like mostly in my hair, but it just smells like a regular perfume. Amber Shores. This is a good one. The classic. I got the value size Baccarat Rouge. Yeah, because I had gone through 2 small ones. So this is still great. This is still, you walk by and people are like, yeah, so amazing. And this is a bit, I would say, this is a deodorant, but they do body wash soap. I would say this leans in that vanilla camp too, the Olibanum. So those are my really favorite in the vanilla area. I also love the Dior hair perfume, but does this say vanilla? I'm trying to remember. No, this is more fruity floral, but I do love it. The Dior one. I think another scent, at least that my husband super loves, is like kind of beachy, you know? So I love the Soleil Blanc. Second thing of this, it lasts a really long time and you get, you know, makes your skin look incredible because it's body oil with the shimmers. So it's kind of a 2-in-1. Yeah, those are some of my favorites. I hope that's useful information. What am I doing next with myself here? Let's do a little Bronze Universal. How do you stay strong in faith when life gets hard? When life gets hard, First of all, Seneca, our favorite philosopher, my favorite philosopher, Seneca, says that if something is really, really, really painful, it doesn't tend to last long. When pain is acute and sharp, right, it normally moves past quickly. So I cling to that. And I think of pain or hardship as the setup. So I very quickly become excited. I'm like, this is the setup. This is the part of the movie that is setting me up. Yes? Every movie has hardship. I'm like, holy shit, this is the setup. You know, it'll be like if you're trying to manifest. I want to manifest love. And then you get dumped, right? And you're like, what the fuck? Here I was manifesting love and this man just dumped me. That is the setup. You've just been handed the setup, don't you see? Give me a second. I'm going to scroll up to the questions in a second as I bronze it up. Katie broke up with my boyfriend. He has a lot of financial and family problems to fix and wants to take a step back to take a step forward. Doesn't want either of us to move on. Just wants time to fix things. But yeah, so incredibly sad. I love him so much. And he treats me so well. Aw. Well, I honor and validate your feelings of sadness. That's of course sad. I mean, it's a little bit red flaggy for me, if I'm just talking to you like a sister. A little bit red flaggy for me that he's like, I want to break up, but also I don't want you to move on. Kind of sounds like he wants the best of both worlds there. Yeah? So, I don't know. Maybe that'll make you feel better. Maybe that'll make you miss him a little bit less. Sing pretty. If a man don't call whole day because he is busy, what we should do in that case? Get a life. Get a life. You're sitting around waiting for a man to call. You are alive. This is magic. The fact that I could talk to you via a screen in my bathroom is magic. Do you understand how much magic exists? The fact that there is a visible spectrum of color and you could see it and you can acknowledge what the colors of a flower are. What's your favorite type of flower? Who's your favorite philosopher? Okay. What's your favorite type of art? Get a life. I never wait for my man to call. Would you believe my man texts me and I forget to respond? Because I am living life. You understand? Okay, I'm being firm because I want to make a difference in about 30 seconds, time that we have, yes? So I am firm. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you for loving my content. Yes, wonderful. Adrian, what about a man who puts in genuine effort but circumstances keep us apart? Distance and money. So what is the effort then that he texts you? Huh? Because if he's not closing the distance gap or the money gap, what is the effort? Isn't that nice? You see the bronze? Love it. How to keep a healthy relationship with aging. I'm on that journey myself, definitely. 40 is a big... I had a mild breakdown about it not too long ago. I cried in front of my husband. When I cry in front of my husband, if I know it's because I'm being crazy, like I talked about in my stories, I'm like, babe, I know I'm being crazy, but like I realized I was never going to be 20 again. Like that's it, poof, gone. And especially with everything I know now, you know, I'm like, my God, I wish I was 20 with the brain I have now. Just realizing that I wasn't. And so I needed to take a moment and let that pass through me. Take it one day at a time. Muns, your seminar is the best. Already changed. I see it because people react differently to me. Better, nicer, love it. Thank you so much. Muns is talking about my course, High Frequency. It's $29 for now. You could get it at the top of my page. Okay, what else do I want to do today? I meant to get my eyelash curler. Oh, it's right here. I don't know about curling my eyelashes on camera though, is that? If I could even see what I'm doing. Lord, this is too intimate. I'm 20 with a good brain, I would say. What is something you would do if you could go back? I think I would just be the woman more. You know, I would be the high frequency, shoulders back, understanding like that I'm the source of the vibration that ripples out beyond me. You know what I mean? And just walk in that all the time instead of worrying. Like, I've had my periods of worrying about men, of course, of thinking everything I did was wrong, or I was screwing up in some way, or of wanting people to like me. And then actually after I got over all of that shit with men, then I started feeling that way, like, about other women and wanting to make friends, you know? Like, especially when my first daughter was quite young, 2, 3, going to little girl dance classes and all this, and I didn't have many local mom friends. I would like feel this tightness of, how do I befriend somebody else? Like, how do I ask for a number? How do I do this? I gotta make a friend, you know? Like, I wanted it so badly. Oh my God, I can't tell you the pleasure of, like, I could not care less. Like, with love and happiness, you know what I mean? Not apathy, but detachment. And ironically, as those things tend to go, now all these women are like, please, can I be your friend? Can I get your number? You know what I mean? What have you studied? What subjects have you graduated in? My bachelor's degree is in economics, and my master's degree is in creative writing. What if he's insecure with you because you're out of his league? Why are you worrying about him? Doesn't sound like you're out of his league. Oh, it sounds like you're right in his league. I don't mean that as an insult, but you're here ready to coddle his emotions like he's a little baby. I never worry about a man. All right? That may sound contradictory to my content, but if you pay close attention to my content, it's really not. I don't worry about a man because he is a man. He can take care of himself. He does not want me to worry about him. A man. If he's insecure, that is a growth moment for him. Growth moment for him. What a gift. Yeah. Best highlighter. That's the best. Benefit cookie. I gotta get some blush in between the bronze and the highlight, huh? I also like to do is the same little bit bronze universal Chanel on kind of on the lid just a tiny bit. I've definitely like gotten to the place where I think less eyeshadow makes me look younger. You know what I mean? I also don't claim to be like so expert, you know, that I could do magic on myself by any means. Just a little something. What to do if you're insecure about pigmentation on your body? I feel insecure in bikinis, although I have a nice body. I mean, insecure, like, I validate your feelings of insecurity. You know, that's valid. Your feelings of insecurity they magnify what you're insecure about. They only make it worse, you know. I believe there are studies that have shown this. You know how you look with a slight filter on? I don't have a filter on today because whatever. But we have all put little filters on. That's how everybody else sees you to begin with. They all see you with that slight filter on. You know what I mean? Because it's only us who takes in, like, look at that. I got that tiny bit of darkness right there. I got that. It's only us. You got the filter on. So when you walk around in a bikini, which I encourage, I think that's wonderful. Just remember you have the filter on. A little bit. This is my NARS Orgasm Blush with no lid. So I can't travel with it because it doesn't have a lid. So I try to use it like every day to finally just finish the thing. And no more questions from you, Drake. Monopolizing the questions. Like, girl, the answers are in here. Okay. The best thing I could ever say would be something that already is in here. That would be the best thing you could hear. So please do my work for me, okay? Just listen right in there. That bronzer, it is amazing. It's Chanel Bronze Universal. Super good. And I don't, it's like for Chanel, it's not that expensive because makeup is so expensive, right? It's like $60 or something. Huge, huge tub. Oh my God, mascara on camera. We are too intimate right now. Oh, that's my baby. She's getting put down for a nap. Can you hear her? If she still has a hard time in a minute, I will go help. Thank you, guys. That makes me feel really good. How to get dream treatment without having to ask? You are asking. You notice that? You're still asking. Do you watch my videos? Do you? Do the shit I say in my videos. I do have nannies, I do. But I'm also a stay-at-home mom, and I basically spend every minute with my kids. So the nannies are just like extra hands. We don't have any family here, you know? So often the nannies will do stuff around the house while I'm with the kids. It's so nice. I'm super grateful for that. Maria, my husband wants to go to a concert a week before I'm due with my third kid. He said he will be gone for 2 nights, traveling for pleasure, not work, during my most vulnerable time. Oh yeah, that's annoying. I totally get being annoyed by that. I don't know what you could do, though. I think your best play is to like accept it and in a bit of a joking way be like, if I go into labor while you're gone, you're fucked. And I'm never gonna forgive you for that. Like, see how I say it with a laugh because it's like funny and ridiculous? Like, I genuinely want you to find the humor and the ridiculousness of this and like kind of lay that law down for him. It doesn't sound like he's gonna change his mind, because the man who would do that, I don't know if he can be convinced of otherwise, and I'm sorry. No, you know, what a question. I'd love to hear your practice on parallel universes and moving from one form of reality to the next. Yeah, I believe that every potentiality exists in the quantum realm. And so when I'm working on something, like I'm slimming down my postpartum body right now. And so I will look in the mirror, and when I feel, you know, tight, constricted, like not in a physically nice, tight way, but like it's not there yet, I just reaffirm that it's there, and it's happening fast. It's working fast. So I'll just reaffirm, like, you know, I'm a tight, healthy, whatever, you know, size, like size 6. Tight, healthy size 6. I'm a tight, healthy size 6. I don't worry about really feeling it. I don't worry about getting in the state. I don't worry about any of that shit. It's just what I'm training my brain to do. And my actions are lining up with that more and more and more. You know what I mean? Like, I think anybody who talks about manifestation without talking about your actions is a heretic or whatever. They're trying to sell you like a false bill of goods. You know what I mean? So where I see it, you know, where I see the affirmations and whatnot making a difference is in how they reprogram your behavior. So, yeah. Okay, this is the best. I love this. I love this one. I bought 3 bottles at once because I don't go into Ulta. It was at Ulta. I think you get it online, I'm sure, but I don't go into Ulta much. So I grabbed 3 bottles at once of that. Can you see? So good. The lip color. Oh, and I wanted to do this in the inner corner. Girl, you got to do the inner corner highlight. I have a favorite brush for it, but can I find it? No. I'll use this one instead. Yeah, belief that you are something is identity, right? Now we're talking about identity. So if I am the magnetic woman, that's an identity. You put on that identity hat, and your behavior, your belief system, like all stems from that identity. So I believe identity is the most powerful lever that you can manipulate in order to get what you want, drive you toward what you want, align with what you want. Sometimes, though, it's really hard to shift identity. And so if we need to look at it, I don't care. You say I'm not dogmatic in my approach. I want people to get the result. I want them to get the outcome. So if even thinking about identity feels too distant or hard, then I would have you maybe try on a different belief, a different mantra, or I would have you try out a different action, like putting your ass in the car and going to the flower store, no matter what your beliefs are, no matter what your identity is. Let's try a different behavior. You see? These are all levers. All levers. Whichever one is feeling the closest to you in any given moment of time is the one that I suggest you give it one of those to serve you, to serve your highest good. A little bit. Boom. But you see other people get dogmatic about it. They're like, no, your identity, you got to do this with identity. Or of course, like the disciplined people, like you have to, your behavior, like that's dumb. That's closing off options to us. No, let's not do that. Let's open up as many options as possible. Okay, some of you guys have seen this one before. It's my go-to. Tatcha. Oh, I wanted to line my lips today first, though also doing that on camera. Oh, how far am I? Look at that, Debbie. Take a screenshot. Okay, I'm back. I had to take a screenshot of that because I do like being told I'm right. I have to admit. The last live you told me to pull back when my husband was short. Yesterday I did that. You were right. Props to you, Debbie. You are the shit. You were right. You were right because you listened. You decided to listen. Hey, you're like, hey, I asked a lady on the internet for some advice, for a little bit of guidance, and she said something, and I'm going to actually take the leap and listen. And I really applaud that. So you got that result. You did that. Adriana, I have a life, but, you said but. I don't always subscribe to this, but you know the saying, everything before but is bullshit. If we were applying the saying, everything before but is bullshit, then you saying I have a life and I love it would be bullshit. If we were using that framework for you. Because when a man enters, your life is gone. So you have a life conditionally. You have a life when there's not a man around. You need to have a life when there's a man around. Ives, what are your thoughts on dating apps such as Luxy and Hinge? It's the number one way people meet now. So. Hello, 35 and breaking up with boyfriend after 2 years. I also moved cities for him, so I am alone here. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. I empathize. But you're going to be all right, girl. This is the setup. This is the setup. Any advice on how to move forward with intention? I don't know what you mean. It's so abstract. What are you talking about? Yeah, here's my advice. Get out of abstraction. Get into what you're really talking about. All right, hold on. This is nice, right? Really like pigmented and creamy. Really good color match. It's Anastasia Dusty Rose. Fill her in. Lulu, favorite quality about yourself? My mind. My mind. That's my man's favorite quality about me too. I have a little bit of a funny story about it. So I go through phases where I really enjoy cooking and I cook a lot, and where I do not cook at all. Like goose egg 0, like we're post-mating. If I wanted to create a rage bait video, I could do one talking about how much we've post-mated in a single year, like a dollar amount, okay? And for my mother-in-law is really good. She loves me and I love her, and she's great, especially as far as mother-in-laws go. But you know, when she hears that the wife has not cooked in a long time, she was like, she asked my husband Stefan, she's like, and Laura is not cooking at all? And he tells me this because he defends me to her. He's like, you know, we have the baby. She doesn't want, I don't care, blah, blah, blah. He's so sweet, right? And then he tells me about this, and I'm like, yeah, babe, you got to tell her. What I love most about Laura is her mind, not her cooking. He gets access to this. That's better than a plate of food. Whenever I'm with my husband, I see him doing something or the other on his phone I don't like to chase. What do I do? So you be the change. You be the change. So you make a big display of like, oh my God, I know these things are so fucking addictive. You're holding your phone. You're like, these things are so addictive. I've literally just been scrolling, doing bullshit. And then you put it in the drawer. And then I know you don't want to chase, but you could call this chasing, you could not. And I would just sit on his lap. You see? I would sit on his lap and see what he does. No, Erica, I don't have any advice on dealing with a dismissive avoidant. I don't. I think you deserve better. This looks a little bit more reddish in person, I would say. Hello, Morel. I'm so glad. It makes me happy you're happy. Now am I done? I guess. I tell my daughter when she does art, my 8-year-old, she's a really good artist. I tell her one of the big things to art is knowing when to stop. How did you know your husband was the one? You know, we're such like a long history. I have a few individual moments that come to mind. One was, I knew when I loved him, like really loved him for the first time. It was a bit after we met. And we met at a poker table in Las Vegas, for those of you who do not know. And we spent basically on and off, like I was flying to Vegas once a month from New York to play poker as a winning poker player. I was subsidizing my freelancer income that way. And he was between jobs. And so we would play a lot of poker is what I'm getting at here. And one night I lost and I was so pissed. I go up to our hotel room. He plays a little bit more. He comes up maybe like a half hour later. I was also drinking at the time. I'm an alcoholic, 3 years and a little change, alcohol free. And so I'm just laying in the hotel room bed. I think probably with my boots. I used to wear combat boots. My combat boots still on. I didn't even bother to pull down the cover. So I'm just laying literally on top of this bed. And he comes in. It's probably like 3 a.m, and I probably went up around 2:30 in the morning. He comes in and he pulls the cover down for me, takes my boots off, puts me in the cover. That's all really sweet. But you know what was I was like, oh, I love this man. He goes, like the guy I lost money to. He was like, that guy sucked. He's like, that guy sucked. He just got lucky on you. You're so good at cards. That's what I was like. I love you. So there's a funny story about us. Please hold for 1 second. I got a text that I have to check, so it's going to pause me here, okay? Okay, I'm back. Did my boyfriend always blackmail me, then say sorry? What should I do? Break up. Blackmail? What the fuck? I said this on a live the other day. It really applies to you, Tinted, okay? So I want you to listen closely. I only have about 30 seconds or so to help you, so I'm going to make it as potent as I possibly can. You understand that shit exists in the universe? It's a chemical construction. I'm sure there's like carbon and some fucking hydrogen in it. Shit exists in the universe. The universe has to figure out who it could give that shit to. Who is going to accept it, okay? And if you accept the shit, the universe knows you accept shit, so it's going to give you more shit. And that is what you're doing right now. And I don't want that for you. Okay. And so when you're so lucky, boyfriend, so you could leave him and save yourself. Blackmail. What is this? What? Blackmail. I don't understand. I feel like I have to shower hearing that. How could somebody who loves you blackmail you? Blackmail. You gonna take the shit from the universe? All right, because the universe is gonna know what to deliver to your address if you keep taking that. Let's do a little more of my favorite. So dude, my man thinks I'm the best woman he ever had because I listened to you and focused on myself. Thank you so much. So different from my last. He thought I was clingy. Yeah. Yes. This is why, like I am of two minds, because people will comment on my posts and be like, if he's a good man, then he's a good man. Yeah, I mean, I think that's totally true. There are definitely good men and there are bad men. There are men who blackmail, who I would encourage you to reject so that the universe knows it needs to deliver you something better than bullshit to your address. But there's also the way we show up in our lives, right? Man or no man. Like, are we happy? Are we appreciative? Are we grateful? Do we take in beauty? You know? The way we are, of course, affects the reality around us. So when people just utterly reject that, you know, just to say if a man is going to be good, he's going to be good, is simplistic and incorrect. Alexa, I have a hard time realizing how high standards should be in relationships. I don't want to appear spoiled. Well, there's your problem right there to the universe. The universe doesn't have a budget. Appear spoiled to the universe. The universe does not have a budget. The universe is not scarce. Yeah? You think the universe is scarce. No, our parents were scarce, right? Our shitty ex-boyfriends were scarce. The universe is not scarce. If you are grateful, then you are not spoiled. So all you got to do, love, is be grateful. Thank you. Yes, more. Thank you. What else can you do? Holy crap. You could do so much. I am in awe. I am but a tiny vessel getting the gift, the magic of experiencing this. What else have you got? Thank you. That's the attitude. Let's put my rings on. Now, should I go ham and do them all on one hand? Okay, we do. That was one of my 40th birthday gifts. I'm glad that hits. Universe does not have a budget, girl. Ask for more. And a thumb ring. I like those are the thin love rings. They're less expensive and I like them more. I call that a win. Put one there. And this is the one with the 8 diamonds, I think. Best advice to finding your skills and pipelining them into success. What feels second nature to you? You're surprised it's not easy to other people, that sort of thing. Because people will trick themselves into thinking like their superpower has to be something that's challenging, that's grueling. No, it's going to be what is so second nature to you that you think everybody can do it. But they can't. You see? Alexa, it's my first boyfriend and I don't know if he's being normal and upset as a man or being aggressive. Is he being upset towards you or towards a situation? There are a lot of potential ways you could tell. What's really ringing to me is if you have to ask, it's probably not a good sign. But a man can be upset at a situation external to you. But if he is upset or taking that aggression or upsetness out on you, we have a major problem. You're taking the shit. Please don't. Lulu, what made you start content creating? That's a good question. I don't know. I like teaching. I really like teaching. I always have. Melina, how to talk to my ex who broke up this Tuesday and I want him back. I just told him that I booked flights and I'll come to him tomorrow to talk. Please help me. I'm so heartbroken. You break my heart. How rude of you. You are passing along your heartbreak to me with this shit. What are you doing? Why are you running after that man? You should cancel that flight, girl. Can you get a refund? Can you get a credit and take yourself to a fucking beach? Take yourself somewhere you've always wanted to go. Instead of showing up on a man's doorstep, you're being a man. You're going to turn his ass into a woman. You're going to castrate him, showing up on a man's doorstep. That's a mistake. And you know how I know? Because I made that mistake once. There you go. You want the tea? I'm talking to past Laura right now. Like I said earlier, what I wouldn't give, 20 with this brain, this is my chance. Oh my God. You see how the universe works? The universe is literally giving me exactly what I asked for earlier. Please cancel that flight. Okay? When I was in college in Manhattan, I had a boyfriend who lived up in Albany. He was like one of my first serious boyfriends. I really, really loved him. He broke up with me and he said the distance was too much, this and that. Bullshit. He just didn't want it. Okay? He just wasn't that into me anymore. Okay? Shocking. Right? I got in the car. I went to Staten Island to pick up my car, my parents' car. I don't even remember. And then drove it up to Albany to prove to him that I could be there at a moment's notice. And would you know what? He still fucking dumped me. He dumped me and my worth was shattered. So it was even worse than me just taking the initial loss. Girl, take the initial loss, get a credit for your flight, and go somewhere the fuck else because it's not gonna work. It is not gonna work. Running to a man never works. Any movie that has ever shown that should be, I don't believe in book burning, but it should be burned. Please, God, please take a chance. Listen to me. I know you're not. You're gonna get on that fucking plane. You're gonna get on that fucking plane. But at least I just had a healing moment with little Laura who got in the car and took that ride. You know? Tell her, girl. My favorite flower, I love, Lulu, thank you for asking. I love spray roses. I love carnations. I also love baby's breath, but my cat will go ham eating some baby's breath, so I can't have it, unfortunately. Thoughts on traveling by yourself? Love it. Love it. Okay, I love you guys so much. I have some really dope videos planned this week. Be on the lookout for them. I think you'll love them. I appreciate you for being here, and I will see you next time. You are amazing. Life is amazing. Life is magic, and you are amazing. Please live like it. Okay, none of this circling thoughts about a man. That's not living in the magic. Love you.